Some days we can get some really amazing mornings. Other days, however, these last few days saw our property besieged by winds of 50 miles an hour or more just constantly. We thought this would be a great time to take care of a bunch of inside type chores and just wrap up some things around the homestead that we could do safely from the comfort of our home.
I love pickled eggs so much. I have several in a day. They are so good and good for you. They're a great source of vitamin D, and fermenting anything is really, really, really good. So today I'm going to be making a lot more. I'm gonna hopefully make a ton more so we can have it in the backdrop, and I'll try to get on a more regular cycle. I'm gonna try to get on a more regular cycle of having these like going so that I have a continual supply and don't have to be without at any point in time. And we have an abundance of eggs, so I'm really excited to use them for this because they will definitely get eaten. I just want to say we don't have to color eggs for Easter because we have a whole plethora of colors here. I want to share with you all for a moment about homesteading in Alaska and just homesteading in general. During the winter, we have very frozen coop. That's just the way it is. The coop is frozen. We do a deep letter method, but it's basically frozen underneath. There's poop happens. Chicken poop happens in the chicken coop. With that being said, like, we try to keep things as clean as possible, but inevitably there's going to get poop in the boxes, or they're just not going to lay in the boxes, and so you're gonna find poop on your eggs. That's not a huge deal, and I don't want anybody out there to think like their coop isn't clean, you know, whatever. And even like industrial laying, they're laying in poop, you know. That's why they bleach the eggs. So I want to show you what it looks like, you know, with poop and dirt and straw on your eggs. It'll look like this. This isn't a bad thing. We still store our eggs like this until we decide to clean them, if we decide to clean them. So when we decide to clean them, I'm just going to soak it in water for a couple minutes, and then I just kind of wipe it off, and it comes off really easily. So that's what I do in these kind of cases where, you know, there's some poop on the eggs, and then I just clean it off and yeah, get it ready to do whatever I'm going to do with it. But we still stow it like that. Eggs can be stored on your counter, you know, for a month or maybe even longer. It's not a big deal. There is a protective cuticle on that egg that will keep it so you don't have to refrigerate it. But if you wash that off because of the poop, then now you have to store it in the fridge. But I don't want you to think that homesteading, everything's perfect and clean, because it's not. It is absolutely not. And the other part with homesteading too is you're always doing projects like this. You're always preserving. You're always getting ready for the next season. You're continually, you've got your year like planned out of what you need to do in order to survive. And with that, you know, you're surviving, you're trying to be as self-sufficient as possible. So you're trying to do all the things, and it's really, really, really hard. And you're going to have busyness. You're going to have, your house is always going to be projects going on, and it's not going to be that clean look that you see maybe on some homesteading channels. Maybe some people out there are ridiculously good at it, and I'm not to say that they're not, but I can tell you we always have 20 projects at least going on at once, where we're, you know, touching on this, touching on that, you know, and various. If you are doing this, please give yourself a break and just know you're doing the best you can, and that's all you can do. So yeah, keep on trucking on. That's my comment on that. We just talked about doing 20 projects at once while I'm canning eggs. This is what Richard's doing. This is a few eggs. A common theme you will see in our kitchen is garlic. Garlic goes in everything, and a lot of it. I love garlic, yes I do. Yeah, I think I'll do 2. 2. 3. Yeah. 2.5. Richard has requested I measure things today. So I'm going to measure. I think 2. I'm going to go with 2, honey. Yeah, we have these beautiful peppercorns. Then one I want to venture a little bit with and use some bay leaves. So I'm going to put in a number of bay leaves. These are from our old bay tree. Okay, and then salt. No, I want to use the canning salt. I really do like this stuff. I'll pour ratio about 50%. Little vinegar there, 50% water.
That's more vinegar than water.
I appreciate your lack of words. Go ahead and vinegar the lids. I mean, this is almost gone. Don't worry, I have more. Will not tell you how much more I have, but I have more. It's one of the things that I like to store in secret spots. Richard heats up the brine sometimes. Sometimes we don't though. We just don't. We just do 50% vinegar, 50% water and let it. And now I'm gonna label them so I know which one's gonna be the anise. And there's one of these that has bay leaves in it too. There we have it, pickled eggs.
So this one's gonna go, Spaz is gonna go, Graybush is gonna stay, the Icelandic is gonna stay, that guy is gonna go,
Yeah.
Cookie Dough is gonna go,
Yeah. Cookie dough.
and there's another one that looks like that other one.
And this one. So you can tell here the roosters have very big feathers that go up where the hens just have, you know, little Pokemon.
No, they have tails.
Little tails, but
Yeah.
the roosters, it's really noticeable.
They have this kind of defined curly feathers coming over. That guy's got a really big bushy tail.
Yeah.
But he's got a brother that's in here somewhere that's going to go too. Right here. This is his brother.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so we have 4 legs in here.
Okay.
And then the other one has 2 legs. And all the breast meat. So let me... I double wrap this. I've got butcher paper here because it doesn't have any plastic in it. And I'm using the not plastic side of this freezer paper. Wow.
This tool right here is working far better at picking this up. We've used the deep litter method every year since we've been here, and it's going pretty well. It's that time though, we need to clean this up. It's pretty thick in here, but it's gonna make great compost in our future, great soil, so it's time to clean it up. I started a pile over there, but it's too far away from the chicken coop and it's too challenging to get it there. So I've decided I'm going to build a little trail and put it this way. Okay. I'm thinking this is kind of a natural area where Richard pushed the stumps up, so it's going to build like a good compost area for the chicken droppings and straw.
We were on the way home last night, and the serpentine belt on our rig, it kind of broke and fell off. We were close enough to our house that we were able to limp our vehicle back to the house. We found out that the serpentine belt had actually blown off. We went back and picked it up because it was not too far from the house to inspect to see what had fallen off the car. And today we're going to try to fix that. We ran up to the parts store with our neighbor, got the stuff we need, we hope, and Liliana and I are going to try to fix this serpentine belt on this vehicle. The belt goes around some pulleys down there, so we've got to try and figure out how to get that going.
I'll be the cameraman.
Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to try to do is get these big fat hands down in this tiny little spot and wrap this around these pulleys.
Your name is Big Hands.
Big Hands McGee. I'm going to have to take my jacket off, which sucks.
I'm glad I'm not you.
Yeah. Someday you will be.
Yeah, I'll be almost you.
Be half as tall.
Remember when it said it takes 5 seconds if you have tiny hands? Probably even if you had tiny hands, it would take forever.
Well, I'm not a professional. I do try to play one on TV, though.
I wonder if my fire's going. I'll go check out. Lots of smoke. Oh, there's some flames. It's working on it. Did you get it?
I got it on one. got it on one.
Now I just need to get it on 2 others.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
You got on 2? On 2?
No.
What's wrong?
I cut myself getting this in there.
Oh,
Alright, so there's this tensioner here that I gotta use this. Excuse me.
As you can see, very intense face.
Intense face.
Your face is intense.
Intense
and
face.
And you just hit the thing.
I know. All right, that was pretty tough, and I think I got it. I'm gonna turn the car on here in a minute and see if it worked. Managed to scrape myself up and get bloody. It's a really tight fit in there for somebody with big hands. All right, so we're gonna turn this on now. Hopefully, power steering and the brakes and everything work. Seems like we have steering is back. Alright, so we're spinning. I have a little diagnostic tool that I'm going to put on this now. It's called Blue Driver. We got this probably like 8 or 9 years ago for an old car when we were living in Oregon. It's paid for itself so many times over and over again. It cost like $99. I don't know what that is in today's money. It's probably closer to 150 bucks now. You plug this into that little port. Open up the app here. We got to turn on Bluetooth here. And it's going to connect to our car. This is a smaller version of basically what the mechanics use at the car repair shop. So just read the codes here. First off, we're going to scan the system really quick. Another thing this is really good for is when you're going out car shopping, you plug this in and see what's wrong with the car before you buy it. Power steering control. This battery is low. Yep. Anti-lock brakes, battery low. Yeah, so basically all that's wrong now is that we need a new battery. So I think we'll take a little test drive up to the Napa spot later tonight and get ourselves a new battery. So we got the serpentine belt replaced. That was quite the experience. I'm gonna go wash up now and make some lunch and get some firewood cut, because we're always cutting firewood, trying to get ready for the rest of the year plus next year, so it'll season.